Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English the Natural Way. I'm Alex.
Hi, friends. I'm Linda. We're so excited to have you with us today. No matter where you are right now, at home, at work, or on a walk, thank you for choosing to learn English with us.
Today, we're going to talk about 3 modal verbs that are super important: may, might, and must.
These little words can be confusing, but they're used all the time in English.
Don't worry. By the end of this episode, you'll understand exactly when to use each one.
Before we start, if you enjoy learning English in a natural and simple way, please like this episode, share it with your friends, and subscribe to English the Natural Way.
All right, let's get started.
So first, what are modal verbs?
Modal verbs are special helping verbs that we use before main verbs.
They add meaning like possibility, permission, or necessity.
Today, we're focusing on 3: may, might, and must.
Each one has a different meaning and feeling.
Let's explore each one in detail.
Let's start with may. What does it mean?
May has 2 main uses: permission and possibility.
Let's talk about permission first.
We use may to ask for permission politely.
For example, may I use your phone?
This is a very polite way to ask if you can use someone's phone.
May I sit here?
May I ask a question?
May I leave early today?
All of these are polite requests for permission.
May sounds more formal than can.
Right. Can I use your phone is more casual.
May I use your phone is more polite and formal.
Use may in formal situations, like with your boss or in business meetings.
Use can with friends and family.
We also use may to give permission.
For example, a teacher might say, "You may leave now."
Students may use their notes during the test.
You may park in lot B.
This is formal permission giving.
In casual speech, we usually use can instead.
You can use my car sounds more natural than you may use my car.
But may is still used in formal contexts, rules, and announcements.
Let's practice. May I have some water, please?
May I borrow your pen?
Visitors may not take photographs.
Passengers may bring one carry-on bag.
All formal and polite.
Now let's talk about may for possibility.
Yes, we use may when something is possible but not certain.
For example, it may rain tomorrow.
This means it's possible, but you're not sure.
She may be at home.
We may go to the beach this weekend.
She may not come to the party.
May shows that something is possible but uncertain.
Let's practice. I may be a few minutes late.
This may take some time.
They may not have received my email.
The store may be closed today.
All showing possibility.
Now let's talk about might. How is it different from may?
Great question. Might is very similar to may.
In fact, for possibility, they're almost the same.
It may rain and it might rain mean almost the same thing.
Both show possibility and uncertainty.
Some people say might is slightly less certain than may.
But honestly, native speakers use them interchangeably.
The main difference is that might is not used for permission.
We say, may I leave, not might I leave.
For permission, only use may or can, not might.
But for possibility, both may and might work perfectly.
Let's practice using might for possibility.
I might go to the party tonight.
She might call you later.
We might need more time.
They might not finish today.
All showing possibility.
Let's compare may and might.
It may snow tonight. It might snow tonight.
Both correct, same meaning.
She may be sick. She might be sick.
Again, both work.
I may not go. I might not go.
Same meaning, both natural.
So for possibility, choose whichever you prefer.
Now let's talk about must. This one is different.
Yes, must is much stronger than may and might.
Must has 2 main uses, obligation and logical conclusion.
Let's start with obligation.
We use must when something is necessary or required.
For example, you must wear a seatbelt while driving.
This is a law. It's required, not optional.
Students must pass the exam to graduate.
You must have a passport to travel internationally.
All employees must attend the meeting.
Can you hear how strong must sounds?
It's not a suggestion, it's a requirement.
There's no choice. You have to do it.
Let's practice must for obligation.
You must stop at a red light.
Passengers must fasten their seatbelts.
You must be 18 to vote.
Visitors must sign in at the front desk.
All strict rules and requirements.
Must is used for laws, regulations, and important rules.
Let's practice more. You must pay taxes.
Drivers must have a valid license.
You must not smoke in this building.
All guests must check out by 11 a.m.
These are all requirements, not suggestions.
We also use must for strong personal obligations.
Yes, when you feel something is absolutely necessary for you.
I must finish this project today.
You feel it's absolutely necessary. You have no choice.
I must call my mother. I haven't spoken to her in weeks.
We must save more money.
I must apologize for what I said.
These express strong internal obligations.
You feel you really need to do these things,
It's coming from inside you, not from external rules.
but it's still very strong. Now here's something interesting. Must is also used for logical conclusions.
What does that mean?
When you're certain about something based on evidence, you use must.
For example, she must be tired. She worked all night.
You're making a logical conclusion. Based on the fact that she worked all night, she must be tired.
He must be rich. Look at his expensive car.
It must be cold outside. Everyone is wearing coats.
They must be lost. They've been driving around for an hour.
Can you see? You're making deductions based on evidence.
You're very certain about your conclusion.
Let's practice. She must love him. She talks about him all the time.
You must be hungry. You haven't eaten all day.
This must be the right address. It matches the description.
He must be a doctor. He's wearing a white coat.
These are all logical conclusions.
Now let's compare all three, may, might, and must.
Great idea. Let's look at them side by side.
She may be at home. Possibility, not certain.
She might be at home. Also possibility. Same meaning.
She must be at home. Logical conclusion, you're very certain based on evidence.
Can you feel the difference?
May and might show uncertainty.
Must shows certainty based on logic.
Let's try another set.
It may rain tomorrow. Possible, but not sure.
It might rain tomorrow. Same, possible, not sure.
It must rain soon. The sky is very dark. Logical conclusion, very certain.
The level of certainty is different.
Now let's talk about negative forms.
Yes, the negatives are important too.
May not means something is possibly not true.
She may not be at home. Possibly she's not there.
Might not is the same,
She might not be at home. Same meaning.
but must not is completely different.
Must not or mustn't means it's prohibited or forbidden.
You must not smoke in the hospital.
This is a strict prohibition. It's not allowed.
You must not enter this area.
Students must not cheat on exams.
These are all strict prohibitions.
The difference is huge.
She may not come means possibly she won't come.
You must not come means you're not allowed to come.
Very different meanings. Now let's practice with a real conversation.
Great. Let's imagine two friends talking about weekend plans.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm not sure yet. I might go to the beach if the weather's nice.
That sounds fun. May I come with you?
Of course, you're always welcome, but we must check the weather forecast first.
Good idea. It may rain on Saturday.
Yeah, I heard that too. It might be better to go on Sunday.
True. If we go, we must leave early to avoid traffic.
Definitely. The highway may be very crowded.
Should we invite anyone else?
We might invite Tom and Sarah. I'll text them later.
Great. May I suggest something?
Sure, what is it?
We must bring sunscreen. The sun may be very strong.
You're right, and we must not forget towels and water.
Good thinking. I might bring some snacks too.
Perfect. This is going to be fun, but we must confirm by Friday.
No problem. I'll check my schedule. I may have to work in the morning.
Okay, just let me know. We might need to adjust the time.
Will do. I'm excited. This must be exactly what we need. A relaxing day at the beach.
I agree. We've been working so hard. We must take a break.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon. Did you hear all the different uses of may, might, and must?
Yes, may for permission and possibility,
Might for possibility.
must for obligation and logical conclusions.
The conversation sounded completely natural.
That's because native speakers use these modal verbs all the time.
Let's talk about common mistakes.
Yes, this is really helpful.
One common mistake is using might for permission.
Wrong. Might I use your phone?
Correct, may I use your phone? For permission, use may or can.
Another mistake is using must when you mean possibility.
Wrong, it must rain tomorrow, if you're just guessing.
Correct. It may rain tomorrow, or it might rain tomorrow.
Must is for logical conclusions with evidence, not just guesses.
Another mistake is confusing must not and don't have to.
Must not means prohibited. Don't have to means not necessary.
You must not smoke here means it's forbidden.
You don't have to come means it's optional.
Very different meanings.
Another mistake is adding to after modal verbs.
Wrong. I must to go.
Correct, I must go. Never use to after modal verbs.
These are the most common mistakes. Let's practice identifying which modal verb to use.
I'll give you a situation. You choose the right modal.
Ready? You want to politely ask your boss if you can leave early.
May I leave early today? Polite permission.
You're not sure if it will rain tomorrow.
It may rain tomorrow, or it might rain tomorrow. Possibility.
You see someone wearing a winter coat in summer. You're certain they must be hot.
They must be hot. Logical conclusion.
There's a sign that says swimming is not allowed.
You must not swim here. Prohibition.
You're thinking about going to a party, but you're not sure.
I might go to the party, or I may go to the party. Possibility.
Your friend looks sad. You're certain something is wrong.
Something must be wrong. Logical conclusion.
Perfect.
Let's create a story using all three modal verbs.
Great idea. I'll tell you about planning a trip.
My friend and I are planning a trip to Europe. We must decide on the date soon.
I may go in June or I might go in July. It depends on my work schedule.
My friend must get approval from her boss first. She can't take vacation without permission.
May I ask you a question? Have you been to Europe before?
Yes, I have. You must visit Paris. It's beautiful.
I definitely will. I might spend a week there. The museums must be amazing.
They are, but you must book hotels early. Everything may be fully booked in summer.
Good advice. I must start planning immediately. Time is running out.
Also, you must get travel insurance. Something might go wrong and you need to be protected.
You're right. I may also need to renew my passport. It might be expired.
Check it now. You must not travel with an expired passport.
I will. This trip must be perfect. I've been saving for years.
It will be. You might even want to extend your trip. Europe is so beautiful, you may not want to leave.
That might happen. I must save more money just in case.
That story used all three modal verbs perfectly.
Yes, may and might for possibility, may for permission, and must for obligations and conclusions.
This is exactly how native speakers naturally use these words. Let's practice with different situations.
Good idea. At school,
Students must complete their homework.
may I go to the bathroom?
The test might be difficult.
At work,
Employees must arrive on time.
may I take a day off?
The meeting might run late.
At a restaurant,
May I see the menu?
you must try the dessert.
The food might be spicy.
all natural and correct.
Now it's your turn to practice.
Try making your own sentences with may, might, and must.
Think about things you're uncertain about. Use may or might.
Think about rules and requirements. Use must.
Think about things you're certain of based on evidence. Use must.
Write your sentences in the comments. We'd love to see them.
Don't worry about making mistakes. That's how we learn.
Practice using all three in different situations.
I may go shopping. I must buy groceries. The store might be closed.
The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Soon you'll automatically know which one to use.
Let's do a quick review.
May is used for polite permission. May I help you?
And for possibility, it may rain.
Might is used for possibility. I might be late.
Very similar to may for possibility.
Must is used for obligation and necessity. You must stop at red lights.
And for logical conclusions, she must be tired.
May not and might not mean possibly not.
Must not means forbidden or prohibited.
Never use to after modal verbs.
And never use might for permission.
Perfect summary. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to English the Natural Way.
We create new episodes every week to help you learn real, everyday English.
Leave a comment below with your practice sentences.
We love hearing from you and seeing your progress.
Understanding may, might, and must will make your English sound much more natural.
These modal verbs are used constantly in daily conversation.
Thanks so much for listening today.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.